So if you want to look at the sustainability and the economics of this, I would like to recommend a very good publication. It's by Amir Nuyori and Anna Nobre, and this publication is a publication that really looks at the economics of IMTA in great detail. There are other publications in particular that are available on more topical seaweeds there in IMTA situations, and these are also available through scientific searches. Do keep in mind there are certain benefits for IMTA. And I'd like to mention the ecosystem services, because ecosystem services is a real service that IMTA can afford the growth of or expansion of finfish and shellfish aquaculture. Well, in one bay in northern China, where there has been an intensive level of aquaculture, Professor Feng has integrated the production of the seaweeds with the finfish. And when we look at this large-scale production in Sango Bay, combining the kelp and scallops, combining the kelp and finfish, this has improved the quality of the environment. This quality of the environment is really important for the finfish. Why for the finfish? The finfish are then having they're healthier, they are showing less problems with disease, and so the extractive organisms can really help the cultivation of the finfish. And Dr. Feng has looked at this, looked at IMTA systems in great detail, and in this particular figure, you can see what happens when you grow kelp and scallops, what happens when you grow kelp and finfish together. You can see the enhanced production of that as compared to growing kelp or scallops or finfish independently. You grow them independently, you have actually less production. So IMTA, by the very virtue of growing extractive organisms, provides a very important ecosystem service. This ecosystem service has also been further developed in Western Europe, on the Iberian Peninsula, in Portugal. There is a significant IMTA system that is growing finfish on land in combination with growing seaweeds. And the principal seaweed that they're growing is the red seaweed gracilaria, and in some cases they are also growing different species of nori. Now, this increases the environmental sustainability of the finfish. This basically provides also a higher quality product. In the case of the seaweeds extracting the nutrients, they are more robust, they have higher levels of nutrients in their tissue. You can also develop these systems that you can recirculate the water, that the extractive organisms will be cleaning the water up such that it can be used to still grow your finfish. So these land-based systems have a very important value in what they can do, because you can control the nutrients that are coming from your finfish aquaculture by combining it with extractive organisms. And when we look at this finfish aquaculture, I'd like to show you this operation in Portugal. And this is courtesy of a company called Alga Plus there, where they work with growing the flatfish and took the effluent from the flatfish and grew the gracilaria, the seaweed, in tank systems to extract the nutrients from the waters before they're released back into a coastal lagoon. Now, keep in mind, you have to have lots of controls in your systems, but this is something that can be done in land-based systems very easily. I did want to point out that seaweeds, by their virtue of growing, require carbon dioxide. So in areas where you have intense cultivation of seaweeds in open water conditions, even on land, the waters will have increased levels of pH. This is important today because we're facing our coastal oceans as having lower pHs, and the problems of ocean acidification have been discussed in many different venues. But seaweed aquaculture not only extracts nutrients, but also extracts carbon dioxide from the water and elevates the pH. So here you can see this whole system of the seaweeds there being produced, and these tanks on the top there, those are the finfish tanks, and we have ponds that are growing the seaweed, they're growing the gracilaria in this particular case. So what are the benefits of IMTA? The benefits: environmental sustainability. You're bioremediating the waters. You're having a product diversification. You're also increasing economic sustainability for your farm systems. And we've seen that time and time again, where IMTA has been practiced there, economic sustainability has been increased with IMTA. So IMTA is a balanced ecosystem approach where you're combining the aquaculture of finfish and our shrimp with the aquaculture of shellfish, seaweeds, and sea cucumbers, or marine worms. And IMTA is a very important approach of dealing with the aquaculture of fed organisms like finfish. And in New England, where we are growing finfish in open water conditions, IMTA is an approach that should be encouraged to expand the feasibility, economic sustainability of each of the different components of IMTA, being the finfish, the shellfish, or the seaweeds. Much of the work that has been done on IMTA, I must give a shout out. There are many different agencies, there are many different scientists that have been involved. A lead agency for the United States has been NOAA for IMTA, along with USDA and also other agencies like the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation. And so when we take a look at IMTA has progressed a great deal from those early experiments of just growing finfish up in the coastal Maine to now include finfish, shellfish, growing together in open water or on land-based systems. I hope you had an opportunity to enjoy and learn something about IMTA systems. It's something that you should consider when you are developing your seaweed aquaculture. Look at using the nutrients that are available, because your seaweeds need nutrients to survive, and they can provide a very important ecosystem service. Thank you.